Have you ever noticed how one small message, one tiny mistake, or one simple task can suddenly feel like your whole world is falling apart? You forget to reply to someone. Your heart starts racing. Your teacher says, "Can I talk to you after class?" Suddenly, your mind is already imagining the worst. You send a text. They don't reply for an hour. Now you're replaying every word you wrote. The strange part is, the problem itself is often small, but inside your mind, it feels like an emergency. Why? Why does your mind treat small problems like big emergencies? Once you understand this, something surprising happens. You don't become someone who never worries. You become someone who can see the worry before it takes control. And that changes everything. Think about a smoke alarm. A smoke alarm has one job. It makes noise when it senses danger. Now imagine a smoke alarm that goes off every time you make toast. The toast isn't dangerous, but the alarm doesn't know the difference. Sometimes your mind works the same way. It isn't always reacting to reality. It's reacting to possibility. A tiny mistake becomes, "What if everyone thinks I'm stupid?" A small disagreement becomes, "What if this relationship is over?" One unpaid bill becomes, "What if everything falls apart?" The event stays small, but the story your mind builds around it becomes huge. Most people don't notice this because the story happens so fast that it feels like truth. Here's something even stranger. Your mind doesn't measure danger by size. It measures uncertainty. A broken glass is obvious. You clean it up. But waiting for exam results, waiting for someone to call, waiting to hear if you got the job, those moments can feel much heavier because your mind hates unfinished stories. It keeps trying to predict what comes next. The more uncertain something feels, the more attention your mind gives it. That's why overthinking often starts with one simple question: what if? And one what if quickly becomes 20. What if I fail? What if they don't like me? What if I embarrass myself? What if this never gets better? Before you know it, your body reacts as if those imagined events are already happening. Your shoulders tighten. Your breathing changes. You can't focus. You check your phone again, then again. Not because anything changed, but because your mind is searching for certainty. And certainty feels comforting, even for a few seconds. There's another hidden reason this happens. Your mind remembers emotional pain much longer than physical discomfort. Think about it. You probably don't remember every headache you've ever had, but you probably remember an embarrassing moment from years ago. Maybe you answered a question wrong in front of the class. Maybe someone laughed at you. Maybe you felt ignored in a group conversation. Those moments quietly teach your mind something. Be careful. Don't let that happen again. So later, when something even slightly similar happens, your mind reacts faster than you expect. It's not seeing today's moment by itself. It's mixing today's moment with old memories. That's why small problems sometimes feel much bigger than they really are. Now add modern life to this. Your phone buzzes all day. News updates, messages, deadlines, social media, notifications. Your attention never gets much time to rest. Imagine carrying a cup filled almost to the top with water. One extra drop makes it spill. The drop wasn't the real problem. The cup was already full. Many people think they're weak because they panic over small things, but often they're simply mentally overloaded. When your mind has been carrying stress all day, even a tiny inconvenience can feel like the final weight it couldn't hold. This is why emotional control isn't about becoming emotionless. It's about giving your mind fewer things to carry. There's also something called the negativity bias. Psychologists have studied this for years. Our minds naturally pay more attention to possible problems than possible good news. Long ago, noticing danger quickly helped people survive. Missing one real danger could be costly. Missing one beautiful flower wasn't. That old survival habit still exists today. Except now, instead of watching for wild animals, your mind watches for awkward conversations, unread messages, small mistakes, and imagined future disasters. The world changed much faster than that old habit did. And here's where it quietly steals your peace. Every time your mind turns a small problem into a big emergency, it also steals your attention from what's actually happening. You're no longer living today. You're living inside predictions. Imagine dropping a spoon while making breakfast. One version of you simply picks it up. Another version thinks, "I'm so careless. What if I'm always like this? Why can't I do anything right?" The spoon hit the floor only once, but your thoughts kept dropping it over and over again. See the difference? The event lasted 2 seconds. The mental replay lasted 20 minutes, sometimes 20 hours. Here's something you can try the very next time this happens. Don't ask yourself, "How do I stop worrying?" That question usually creates more pressure. Instead, ask one simple question. Is this happening? Or is my mind predicting it? That tiny pause creates space. Maybe the problem is real. If it is, you can deal with it. But if it's only a prediction, you've just stopped your mind from turning imagination into fact. Another helpful habit is to shrink the timeline. When we're anxious, our minds jump months or even years ahead. Instead, ask yourself, what do I actually need to do in the next 10 minutes? Not tomorrow, not next year, just the next 10 minutes. Reply to the message. Drink some water. Take a short walk. Finish one page. Wash one plate. Small actions. Tell your mind something important. We're handling this. Action often calms the mind more than endless thinking ever will. There's one final thing that many people never realize. Your mind isn't trying to ruin your day. It's trying to avoid regret. It believes that if it worries enough, it can prevent bad things from happening. But worrying and preparing are not the same thing. Preparing solves problems. Worrying keeps rehearsing them. One moves your life forward. The other keeps you standing still. The next time your heart races over something small, don't immediately believe the alarm. Look around. Take one slow breath. Ask yourself, what's actually true right now? You might discover that the emergency exists only inside tomorrow's story, not inside today's moment. And that changes everything. Your mind will probably sound the alarm again someday. That's normal. But each time you notice it a little sooner, each time you choose reality over prediction, you're teaching your mind a new pattern. Not every small problem deserves a full emergency response. Some problems need action. Some only need patience. And some simply need time to prove your fears wrong. So today, don't try to silence your mind. Just become curious about it. Because the moment you stop treating every small problem like a big emergency, you stop giving fear the steering wheel of your life. Until next time, take care of your mind, be kind to your thoughts, and keep choosing small steps that help you shine more.